See, see, black people, we just don't learn. We don't get it. After all the tragedy, after all of the loss, we still continue to do the same thing. We still continue to put ourselves in the same situation. I just said it yesterday. Fourth of July ain't got nothing to do with us. None of these holidays, and every time we go out and try to participate in them, we get unalived. We see tragedy, we see loss, and man, just go look up all the multiple shootings there was yesterday. Matter of fact, Fourth of July is the holiday where the most people die every year. So one plus one equals two. The best thing for you to do, for us as a group of people, is to stay out the way and recognize not only that we shouldn't be celebrating it, but it's it's a dishonor to your ancestors because they didn't have a choice to celebrate stuff like this. They didn't have a choice, and they were not free, but we are free. We have the choice. And I listen, if that's what you do, I have nothing against you, nothing at all against you, but just look at the aftermath. Look at the results. You know what I mean? Then the brother with it, 4EXTRA, blew his hand off with a firework. And what's crazy is he was going live, or he did a video earlier where he was talking about blowing somebody up with the fireworks, throwing it in somebody's house. That's crazy, wild work, and the Lord humbled him. You know what I mean? And when I really didn't know too much about him, but I did see a viral clip on No Jumper, and I've been a No Jumper with Captain Tazariak, and before that, I had this view of No Jumper like it was just garbage. You had Adam, the white man, seemed like he's bringing people who are rival enemies from different hoods, black men, Hispanic men, getting into it on his platform and threatening each other on his platform. Well, I've seen a viral clip with 4EXTRA, and it's this other brother that he's similar to, like a Charleston White. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about. He got dreadlocks, dark skinned, it talk real fast. He got all up in his face and threatened him and everything. And it was just real ugly. And it just looked like a situation where he's way bigger, and he was, you know, old boy was helpless if he really wanted to press that line, because he was really pressing the line, like, you know. And so I seen that. Then I also seen a clip with 4EXTRA calling out Aaron the plumber. Y'all know who Aaron the plumber is from the dating show. And I think Aaron the plumber was, you know, he wasn't planning on fighting him, you know. But I've seen videos of Aaron the plumber training with, I guess he's a renowned boxing trainer. Anyway, that happened yesterday. And destruction comes before a fall. You know what I mean? Now, he was calling everybody out for the fade. Come and fade me. Let's get down. And yesterday, he made a video where he basically saying he gonna blow somebody up, holding what looks like M80s from when we was coming up. You know, M80s is, you know, the way we used to light fireworks is, I light a firework. Got this. I light a firework. We'll light a firework like this. You know, we ain't trying to, you know, apparently what is being said is that when he lit the firework, instead of the fuse going tss, it immediately exploded, which is crazy, right? And there's a real gruesome graphic picture going around of him. I can't show the picture, but of him with his hand in shreds. And, you know, The Lord has a way of humbling you, of shaking your drawers off, of pulling your skirt up, of putting you in a position where he zap all of the little fight you got in you, all of that proudness, all that pride. The Lord has a way of stripping you down to nothing. You all over the internet saying you're going to catch a fade, you're going to do this. And, you know, and this is not, I'm not talking about this, brother, because, you know, it's sad that our people are in that mentality, in the mentality that everybody is your enemy and you repping the hood to the fullest till you die. And you pressing hard lines on social media. And then you become a laughing stock, and you become an example to not just black people, but to the world, because it goes viral. So now a grown black man is the example of not being foolish and stupid when using fireworks. Of course, these fireworks is illegal. M80s is illegal, right? But it's a sad thing that you're the example. Like, as a black man, we're the example of stupidity and things we shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? All in the love of showing off for the homies, pressing the line for the hood, showing everybody you don't give a damn, you reckless, you catching all fades. That's foolishness, y'all. That's foolishness. And I say it's sad because you have people that will look at that and laugh at it and won't learn the lesson in it, the lesson that I'm teaching. The lesson is to humble yourself. There's a few lessons in this video. Don't celebrate the holidays of your oppressor. Had no business celebrating the holiday. Grown man with a sparkler in his hand. You know what I'm saying? I grew up celebrating all of the holidays, and I remember, you know, when it came to the 4th of July, we didn't, you know, you might have a year where you have some fireworks, but usually the illegal fireworks started hitting the streets like a few weeks before. And that was our highlight growing up in the hood. That was our highlight. The little red ones, you know what I'm saying? They come like in 100 packs. That was our highlight, you know. Typically, you know, we couldn't afford to get the box that you get from, you know, an official place that's selling fireworks. But so I just want people to know that I grew up the same way you grew up. But celebrating these holidays, it's got us in a lot of trouble. It's gotten us, you done seen a lot of deaths in the black community. A lot of broken families over not being able to afford things, and, you know, a lot of, you know, sad children because the parents can't afford things when we're not supposed to be doing it anyway. You know what I mean? So that's a lesson in it. We shouldn't even be doing it anyway. Another thing is, with that 4EXTRA situation, is humble yourself. Catch yourself. It's been times when we all been off. It's been times when we all thought no one could tell us anything, and we was the greatest nigga in the world, and, you know, we was ready for whatever life throws at us. It's better to move with caution than to be proud and move like you don't give a damn. Now, with that situation, his hand is basically gone. So it's like, it's not only a physical recovery, it's a mental recovery, because you got to think about yourself. I thought about it. Think about yourself. You instantly lose an arm, a leg, a foot, a hand. Your life is altered forever. Not only that, that most likely does something psychologically with you, you know, and you probably questioning God and questioning why, and thinking immediate of, why did I do that? Why did this happen to me? You know what I mean? When we can see clearly this happened to this brother because of his pride. This happened to 4EXTRA because he wanted to present an image that he was tough. He wasn't he wasn't turning down no fades. And of course, he was looking for the fades on social media. And that's why that happened. Another thing about this is we got to stop accepting foolishness in the black community. We got to stop entertaining it. All forms of foolishness, we got to stop entertaining it. Because when we entertain the foolishness, and when I'm talking about the foolishness, I'm talking about, the energy on No Jumper that 4EXTRA had for different brothers. That type of energy. The sexualized energy with black women. The fight videos, that type of energy that people, platforms that promote. That's all they do. They promote foolishness, bullshit. We got to stop giving that the energy. We got to start looking at things that fix us, that help us as a group of people, that benefit us, that educate us. That's what we got to start giving that energy to. A lot of times you be on your phone and you scrolling and before you know it, you done wasted 30, 40, 50 minutes just scrolling, looking at BS. Start asking yourself when you're scrolling, what I'm watching, is there anything beneficial in this besides entertainment? Let's start utilizing our time for things that actually help us, that actually we can learn something from. There's so much stuff on social media that you can learn from, that you could actually gain information and gain know-how in order to fix a problem, in order to do something, instead of, going and paying for it. You can gain that knowledge freely. But it seems like people choose to freely watch foolishness and give that type of stuff energy. If we're not giving it energy, if we're not giving those platforms energy, then those type of posts will be irrelevant after a while. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's a cold situation. Losing your hand, playing with fireworks. But that should be a lesson to a lot of black men, young black men, males, and children. It should be a lesson. And it's not the incident what makes it crazy. What makes it crazy with him is that how he was pressing such a hard line, and he was full of pride, and he was a young bull, and you couldn't tell him anything. And he was repping the hood. And he was calling out for fades. Now he ain't gonna be able to fight no one. You ain't, all that. And I'm pretty sure all of that activity, all that energy is gone now. I'm not saying this because I'm not saying this out of hate. I'm not saying this out of, because I don't like him. I don't even know him. But what I did, from what I've seen, the activity that I've seen online, it's clear and understandable that the Lord humbled him. It's clear and understandable that the energy he was putting out got immediately squashed. The energy he was putting out about catching fades immediately, ironically, his hand got blew off and he can't catch a fade anymore. So yeah, let this be a lesson to y'all. I'm up out of here, man. I'm about to get up out of here. I've been rocking this. I've been going for 15 minutes. Usually I don't go this long, but yeah. Let me know what y'all think about what I just said.